The cheers around me were deafening. Proud families stood clapping, holding up signs, taking pictures, calling out names. The university auditorium was packed with love and noise. Everywhere I looked, I saw parents hugging their kids, spouses beaming with pride, little children waving at someone on stage. Everyone except mine. I stood there in my cap and gown, heart pounding, eyes scanning the crowd like a lost child, hoping to see at least one familiar face. My wife. My 2 kids. My parents. Maybe my brother. Anyone. But row after row, seat after seat, nothing. No one. I kept telling myself they were late. Traffic maybe. Parking. Something. Anything. But when the final name was called and the crowd started dispersing, reality hit me like a freight train. Nobody came. I stepped outside, the early summer sun making everything feel too bright, too sharp. I pulled out my phone, trying to keep my hands from shaking. No messages. I texted my wife. Where are you guys? Ceremony's over. No reply. I texted again. Is everything okay? I saved seats. Nothing. Then I checked social media. The first thing I saw was a photo. My brother, Derek, standing next to a massive barbecue grill in his backyard, surrounded by my wife, my kids, my parents, cousins, neighbors, everyone. Red Solo cups, picnic tables, paper plates, smiles. Family barbecue success, the caption read. Perfect day with the people who matter most. I couldn't breathe. I stared at the photo, unable to look away. My wife, Sarah, was laughing, holding a plate of ribs. My daughter was running through a sprinkler in her new sundress. My son was tossing a football with Derek. And there, in the background, were my parents, smiling like it was the best day of the year. No one looked like they were missing anything. Especially not me. I had told them all, months ago, that I was finally graduating. I'd gone back to college in my late 30s, working full-time while studying at night. Sarah knew how hard it was. She saw me fall asleep with textbooks on my chest, miss out on parties, decline overtime, sacrifice sleep. All for this. My kids had drawn me congrats cards weeks before. My mom had even said, "We're proud of you, sweetheart." We wouldn't miss it for the world. Apparently, the world turned out to be Derek's backyard. I walked to the parking lot, each step heavier than the last, my diploma folder tucked tightly under my arm. The silence around me was deafening. When I got home that evening, Sarah was already there. She looked up as I walked in, casual, not guilty, not apologetic. "Oh," she said. "You're back." I dropped my keys on the counter. "You didn't come." She shrugged. "Derek invited us last minute. Everyone was going. The kids really wanted to go." "And you didn't think my graduation was important?" She rolled her eyes. "It's not like it was a wedding. You've been working forever. You already have a job. What's the big deal?" "The big deal," I said, my voice cracking, "is that I did this for us. For them. To show them it's never too late. To show myself. And you didn't even text me." She said nothing. Just went back to cleaning up dishes from the party. The kids came in from the living room, mid-argument over whose turn it was on the Xbox. "Hey, Dad," my daughter said casually, not even looking up. My son nodded. That was it. My parents never called. Never apologized. A few days later, Mom sent a belated card in the mail with a $25 Starbucks gift card and the words, "Sorry we missed it. Derek's burgers were amazing." I stared at that line over and over. That night, I lay awake next to Sarah and wondered when I had become invisible. Derek had always been the golden child. The funny one. The loud one. The charismatic one. I was quieter, more responsible, more forgettable apparently. When we were kids, he got away with everything. Sneaking out, bad grades, even a DUI. I cleaned up his messes. I helped cover for him. I was the one who drove Mom to the hospital when Dad had his first heart scare while Derek was off partying in Vegas. None of that mattered. Derek threw a barbecue, and I stopped existing. Days turned into weeks. I stopped bringing up the graduation. I stopped expecting an apology. But something in me broke that day. I started seeing everything more clearly, the small dismissals, the way Sarah always made me the backup plan, how my parents bragged about Derek's new deck, but never asked how my thesis went. Eventually, I stopped trying to earn their pride. I started going to therapy. I told my therapist, I don't think they hate me. I think they just don't see me. He nodded and said, sometimes being forgotten is worse than being disliked. There's no closure in indifference. He was right. A few months later, I accepted a promotion that would relocate me to another state. I told Sarah and the kids we were moving. She said she didn't want to go. Her family, her routine, Derek's parties. So I went alone. We divorced a year later. I still call the kids. I visit when I can. I never speak badly of their mother. But I make sure they know, really know, that I see them. That their milestones matter. Because I know what it feels like to stand in the middle of a celebration meant for you. And realize you're the only one who showed up. And that kind of heartbreak? It doesn't come from strangers. It comes from the people who were supposed to clap the loudest.